The long-range meta in Warzone Season 1 of Black Ops 6 integration is being built, but today I'm bringing you the answers to this question before anybody even starts getting into the question. And here's the reason why. Because the sooner we start nailing down long-range competitive fights, we'll actually start to really see how this meta is going to build out. So today I've brought you the 5 best long-range weapons inside of Warzone right now. These are primarily going to do you the best in Urzikstan, but it will also be usable on Area 99 and Rebirth for those long-range engagements, whether you're taking the top of a point to prevent a rotation or you're attempting to get somebody off of one of those points. These are going to be your go-to weapons for removing those far away, hard to remove targets. So let's get into it right now with number 5. So up first is a Black Ops 6 weapon, and it is the AK-74. This one's sitting here with a really reliable TTK. It's a little hard to control over extreme ranges, but over about the 100 meter range, it's still pretty reliable. The damage is really good, and it's got some pretty good control. The build we're looking at here runs the Jason Armory 2X. Again, if you didn't already know, the Jason Armory, the Willis 3X, the Prismatech, and the Dobrik 4X all provide a pretty much a flat recoil kick reduction. This one offers a 43% one for the AK. Absolutely monstrous. So if you're running any long-range build, you're gonna want to use either the Jason, the Willis, the Prismatech, or the Dobrik on any of the Black Ops weapons. They're very important, and it's very, very helpful to get that recoil kick down so you can maintain accuracy over range. The second most important thing is bullet velocity, so you'll be running the gain twist barrel as you're going to be trying to hit targets far away, and if you aren't familiar with the way that it works, is bullet velocity cut in half times 10% gives you your hit scan range, meaning the bullet velocity of the AK-74 in this build is 1064, meaning we're hitting about 52 meters hit scan, and we're hoping to actually take this fight a little bit further out, but that means that at least at mid-range, this gun will not have to be aimed forward or behind the target to be able to hit them. You'll be able to aim right at the target and land every shot. The AK does have some pretty stout kick, so we're going to look at the ported compensator to start, vertical grip to get rid of that side-to-side sway, and then extended mag 2 or 3 if you have that unlocked if you want to get that long-range sustained fire and maybe accuracy through volume rather than just accuracy yourself. But this is a solid choice, especially if you're rocking the Black Ops weapons, and again, it is number 5 on our list. So let's go on up to number 4. If you haven't already died to this thing, you probably will soon. This is the Raw MG. It has been brought back. It's a Modern Warfare 2 weapon, and it still lives on, but it lives on via the Jack Protean aftermarket part. If you aren't familiar with this one, basically what happens is it converts the weapon to do all the same damage across all of its different areas in the game. So headshot to toes are all 38 damage with a pretty decent rate of fire, 659 Ms. But that's not really the secret. The secret to it is whenever you take the Jack Protean and you put it into single shot, you will see that it will do a lot more damage. So one shot right here does 90 damage to the chest, making this a gun that is 4 to the chest or 3 to the head at most ranges. It drops off to 5 to the chest once you start getting to the 100 meters out. But if you're not trying to hit 100 meters, you're pretty much downing people in 3 to 4 shots, making this thing the absolute most deadly as far as least number of bullets required to bring a target down. This gun is probably going to get nerfed. If you're hoping to abuse it, I would recommend doing it really, really soon. It's going to absolutely decimate anything it runs into. We are running the KR Intless to help buff that AS speed, along with the accuracy while aiming down sights. It has a laser built in, which means the stability will go up and make it a little bit easier to land the shots. We're running the Spitfire for some bullet velocity, the Demo H to be able to maintain a good recoil control, and also not take the debuff of running something like the Stip, which is an aiming idle sway issue. Then we're running with the high velocity again to just get that bullet out there faster. This one's bullet velocity sitting at 1108, so you're sitting at about 55 meters for its hit scan range, making this thing an absolute monster if you're fighting on any area where it's 55 meters and less, because you're just going to point and click and kill. It'll be absolutely decimating, and yeah, people will hate you for it. But again, this is only number 4. Let's get into number 3. So number 3 on the list is the Holger 5.56, and this one only outdoes the Raw primarily for 2 things. One, it stays hypermobile comparatively to the Raw, which is a more stand in one place and fire weapon, something that can also utilize a mount or a bipod, whereas the Holger is still aggressive while still maintaining a better TTK, surprisingly, than the Raw. While the Raw feels like it does kill faster, the Holger actually kills a little bit faster while being a little bit more mobile and a lot more forgiving, because if you miss a shot with the Raw, you're going to be hurt. Whereas if you miss a shot with the Holger, you've got the other 39 bullets coming down range, and it is a still reliable, mostly easy to control weapon. And again, it's that AR feel instead of LMG feel or marksman rifle feel when you throw the protein in the single shot. So this is going to be a little bit easier for people to use when they're used to ARs and not necessarily as familiar with the marksman rifle or LMG style fight. So this one is more mobile, faster rate of fire, and actually has a faster TTK, allowing you to be a little bit more aggressive and a little less reliant on every single individual shot. And of course, it's the Holger, so if you've played Modern Warfare 3, then you probably have most of this unlocked, so it's easy to get into the game right now and start grinding up your levels if you're trying to get to one of those Black Ops guns that you don't already have. Again, then we're going to go in here, and our number 2 gun is the Goblin. And the Goblin technically can hit number 1 if you start using rapid fire, but we're looking for long range builds, and the rapid fire hurts our range a bit and a little bit of our accuracy. The Goblin is a cap fire weapon. This is essentially a bullpup configuration of the FAL. So if you're familiar with FAL or the FAL, this is a bullpup variation, just meaning that the magazine is set behind the foregrip, allowing it to be a little bit more of a compact weapon. This is primarily used to make close quarters weapons, but of course, we're running a long-range version of the Goblin. This is using the Dobrik 4X, I do believe. It might be the Prismatech. Yeah, this is Prismatech's 4X. Running the ported compensator, it is a single-shot weapon, so it is going to have a vertical kick, but it also has a first-shot vertical kick. This is going to help cut back on vertical and first shots, making this a lot more reliable at range. Gain twist again because we're looking for bullet velocity, sitting about 999, which is a little over almost 55, almost. Vertical foregrip, this is going to give us our left and right coil cut down a bit, and extended mag too. Because it is single shot, you're going to probably miss a bit more shots, so you want all the bullets you can get ahead of. This one right here has one of the better TTKs in the game, so if you haven't been using the Goblin, it may be time to start getting used to it. And then we're going to get to the number 1 rifle in the game, and most of you are probably going, oh, what Black Ops gun is this? Is it about to be the XM4, XMG? What is this? It's neither. It's actually one of my favorites coming in from Modern Warfare 3 again, and again, it's in a way that people are not going to be expecting. This is the TAC Eradicator. The TAC Eradicator running the Corio Eagle's Eye 2.5, the Spitfire for the bullet velocity, the Conqueror for the bullet velocity, the Hex 40 grip, and then we're running that with high velocity. This has a 1200 meters per second bullet velocity, meaning this is about a 60 meters of a hit scan. And when you go into it, you're going to be absolutely burning people to the floor. This offers a fast first few shots, and then it, of course, trails off into the slower rate of fire. But this comes with a default 75 round mag, meaning it is highly effective at taking out a lot of targets. And what people are going to notice is, obviously, this thing starts kicking around a bit after you hold the trigger down a little bit. And that's because the way we're going to use it is not like this. So if you've been around my channel long enough, you probably know the trick I'm about to tell you. But if you're brand new, you're about to learn something that you may not already know. So if you watch the TAC Eradicator, it takes 10 bullets, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10 bullets to bring somebody down in full auto. But we're not using that. We are changing this into semi-auto because what you'll notice is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So it takes 2 less bullets to bring somebody down with the TAC Eradicator in single shot. And that is to maintain across the range as well. Because in full auto, it's 10 headshots as well. But 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 headshots to down somebody with the TAC Eradicator. Because the damage numbers go up when you put this thing in a single shot. And if you notice, the recoil goes down a lot. So this is, again, 1200 meters per second on your bullet velocity, meaning this thing is absolutely cooking down the line and has the best TK for all weapons at long range, and they'll eat out actually a lot of close quarters guns as well. meaning you can run this gun as the medium range rifle that you want in full auto, and then the moment that you need to hit that 100-meter shot over there, you turn that to semi-auto and start firing. Again, with a default 75-round mag, you've got lots of shots to put down the way, and even if you don't put them down, you're going to absolutely just ruin the amount of plates that they have. Again, with them removing the backpack in the game, you are obviously carrying less plates, and if you take 3 plates shots down, you are already either half out of plates or 1/3 out of plates by the time that this gun has already done its first volley at you, making this hyper lethal, hyper effective, and extremely easy to use. The TAC Eradicator, once people realize what it's doing, will absolutely take over. And if they don't, you have the time right now to completely and utterly destroy lobbies running this TAC Eradicator. You most likely, if you've played in Warzone already, you've already got this maxed. You have all these attachments, and this thing is ready to go and start just destroying lobby after lobby, because there is almost nothing that can compete against the TAC Eradicator. Now, also, if you want to find the best SMGs in the game right now, the statistical best SMGs, I've got the video for you right over there. And excuse the music, I made it a little loud. Just vibe out to it and learn about the best SMGs. But until next time, ladies and gentlemen, and everyone else, peace.